All right, so we're trying something new. Hopefully, you can see me in the corner. And today we are going to talk about comparative adjectives. So these are words like bigger, cooler, stronger, taller, more beautiful, more interesting, more complicated. And to form these comparative adjectives in German, it's actually easier. I know often when we go from English to German, things get more complicated. This is something that gets simpler. You are simply going to add an ER to the end of the adjective. In English, we can't say beautifuler or interestinger. We have to say more beautiful, more interesting when those words are longer. Germans don't care how long the word is, they're just going to tack on an ER to the end. So, for some examples, klein, meaning short or small, to say shorter or smaller, is kleiner. Sauber, this is on this vocabulary. Do we remember what it means? Sauber is clean. It already ends in an ER. Germans don't care. To say cleaner is going to be sauberer. Billig, meaning cheap. To say cheaper, billiger. Interessant. So this is one. It's a little bit longer. Germans don't care. Interessanter means more interesting. Never, ever, ever say mehr interessant. That sounds bad in German. You're just going to say interessanter. The word for than, as in smaller than, taller than, more interesting than, is als. So we'll look at a couple examples here. And so he is quieter than me. I know in English we say that. Technically, this should be he is quieter than I because it's the subject. He's quieter than I am. And so note, Germans take that seriously. You say er ist ruhiger als ich. I am louder than you. Ich bin lauter als du. I am louder than you are. So we're both subjects. Or I eat faster than him. Technically, this should be a he in English because I eat faster than he eats. I know we don't always say that. It might sound even better to say him, but technically he is correct. So Germans say ich esse schneller als er. And then finally, the phrase for as, to do an equal comparison, like as big as tall as short as old as, is so, wie. And so, for example, the dog is as small as the cat. Der Hund ist so klein wie die Katze. So note it's an equal comparison. So we don't say kleiner here. It is as big as. So klein wie. Oh, let me clear this. All right, so we do have a couple exceptions in German. The first one, if the adjective is one syllable and has one A, one O, or one U. So one vowel that is umlautable, you have to umlaut that vowel in the comparison. And so this is one syllable with one vowel. On the last page, we saw laut. That's one syllable, but it has two vowels, so it doesn't count. So this would be alt. It's one syllable, alt, and it has one A, no other vowels. So to say older, we can't just say alter. We have to umlaut that A and say älter. Oh, here are the rest. Groß, we're going to umlaut that O and say größer. Jung, we're going to umlaut that U and say junger. Stark, one syllable, one vowel. Do we remember what it means? Stark can mean strong or sharp. And so to say stronger is stärker. And then warm, one syllable, one vowel. So to say warmer is wärmer. There are a few more, so maybe you could think of some, but the rule is one syllable, one A, one O, or one U. Umlaut the comparative. And then there are a couple irregulars, just like in English, that you have to memorize. We already know some. And so in English, good, we don't say gooder. And so same thing in German. We can't say guter, we say besser. We should already know that, but just a good reminder. And then the best is going to be am besten. So they're all a little weird, comparative and superlative. And then gern, with enjoyment, to say with more enjoyment. We don't say gerner, we say lieber. With the most enjoyment, am liebsten. And then feel, if you say I have a lot of time, but he has more time, just like English, we should already know this. Mehr is more, and then am meisten. And then there are a couple that are irregular in English, but regular in German. So it is simpler. And they're going to actually follow the rules. So schlecht is bad. In English, we can't say badder, we say worse. But Germans, tack on an ER, schlechter. To say the worst is am schlechtesten. It's a lot of letters in that word. Wenig means less. And so we can't, I mean, lesser is a word, but like usually you would say fewer. So there are fewer people here. And Germans, though, they say weniger. Es gibt weniger Menschen auf dem Land. And then am wenigsten is going to be the least. And so your assignment is to write 2 sentences comparing the 2 items pictured. It is up on Teams. And so we are looking at a Target and a Dollar General. So you can come up with any sort of comparison. I used Target is teurer als Dollar General to show you that teuer is expensive. And you might think, okay, that's a little bit weird. It already ends in an ER. It's got a lot of vowels in it. Just tack on another ER. Germans don't care. Teurer is more expensive. And then Dollar General is billiger als Target. So Dollar General is cheaper than Target.